The New England Patriots make some major roster moves ahead of their Week 5 matchup against the Miami Dolphins. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out content for people just like you who love Patriots football. So do me a favor. This would help me out a ton. Hit that subscribe button and like before we get started. So today, as I said, we're going to be talking about some roster moves, some that don't surprise me at all, others that kind of came out of left field, and good, some disappointing, some practice squad elevation. We're going to talk all about those things as well. It's Saturday, and before any Patriots game, I love talking about Vegas odds. So we're going to jump into the odds. What does Vegas have to say? Am I going to say they're always right? No, but it's always interesting to look. So we're going to jump in. So first, some major news coming to the roster. First of all, Kendrick Bourne being activated, going to be big for that wide receiver core. Again, I know a lot of people are going to say, Aaron, they don't have an offensive line. They don't have enough time to throw. I understand that, but it's just good to hear you have someone who last year was expected to be that number one wide receiver. This year still has that potential to be that, coming off an ACL tear last October. It's just awesome to see him back on the roster. As well, Jabril Peppers ruled out. That's going to be a huge bummer for the New England Patriots. Kyle Duggar is questionable. We look at the terms questionable and doubtful. Questionable, in my opinion, that is leaning towards more likely to play. Doubtful, leaning more towards not likely to play. It's as simple as that. So questionable, I would rather it be that than doubtful. Doubtful, I'm like, no, there's not a chance they're going to play. So that's not awful news, but the other good news is, besides Kendrick Bourne, another player being activated is Marte Mapu. So Mapu, a safety, younger guy, a lot of potential. So it's pretty wild to think we could be out with Peppers and Duggar, and at least Mapu's back. So a lot of potential to come in. I believe it was an ankle issue that he had, a calf issue, something like that. And so it's awesome to see him back. And hopefully he can bring the heat when it, especially if Peppers and Duggar are both out. But again, I think Duggar will play. Now, we also look at the elevation. So on the practice squad, you guys know there can be 17 players, technically 16, but you can have an international player that does not count towards. So technically 17 players. You can elevate those players, I believe, up to 3 times. After that, you have to sign them to the active roster. Now, Hudson, who is the reserve center, you look at David Andrews, gone. Nick Leverett, he's in the role, but again, even he was dealing with some injury. So Hudson, he's a center. He's been moved up. Again, it probably would not be ideal to have the guy that is on the practice squad be at center. But again, you never know. You have to have a plan B out there. Next, Mateus, I think that's how you say his name, linebacker. He is being elevated as well. So again, when you have someone like Bentley out, it's good to have some more backup, especially at linebacker. And then the most interesting one that I thought, and I saved the best for last, best for last, is Jaquelin Roy. I got that on the first time. I just want to say yes. So Jaquelin, he was drafted in 2023 by the Minnesota Vikings, appeared in 12 games, 8 tackles, a quarterback hit, while playing 96 defensive snaps, 59 special team snaps as well. And so this is big interior defensive lineman. So that interior of the defensive line. It's what's been interesting ever since Barmore has been gone. He's been out again, probably not going to come back this year. They've been trying to figure out who can we plug in. Now there are players on the practice squad. There's been some players picked up. There's been players dropped. They are trying to figure out, hey, who can we rotate in here? Now, Jaquelin is interesting. One of my favorite pages to always bring up is this, especially with younger players, because for the most point, this information is still relevant. It's tried and true, but it is draft analysis. So first thing I want to point out, just because it's wild and I like working out, his bench press, 30 reps, and if you didn't know, that's 225, so that is ridiculous. But anyways, he got drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. Here were some of his strengths. Can play unusually high snap total for interior defensive linemen. That's huge because a lot of times the big fellas on the interior, they get tired and they need that break so they can get back out and they can really run on a full motor. So it's awesome to see that he can do that. And towards the bottom, there's a lot of other great stuff, but towards the bottom of his strengths, it says relentless effort. Again, you look at players when you want to build a franchise, when you want to build a program, when you're rebuilding a program, you want players that give that kind of effort. They have the chip on their shoulder. They have that dog-like mentality. What's the quote? Hungry dogs run fast. Hey, I need to prove myself. I'm going to prove myself on a daily basis. I love seeing that type of stuff. And comment below, what do you think about that? Getting players like this. I think it's awesome. And again, with all these roster moves and changes, what do you think will have the biggest impact for the Patriots? Is it Pepper's going to be out? Is it this Roy guy coming in? Is it Kendrick Bourne? Just comment below. What's your thoughts? But I think it's very interesting. Charges outside edge to set up inside a rush counter. So I think he has a lot of potential. So again, playing at a school like LSU, you look at the Minnesota Vikings. That Minnesota Vikings defense has gotten a lot better, especially when you bring in like edge rushers like Dallas Turner. And so, and the Minnesota Vikings have surprised a lot of people. So it is what it is. But Jaquelin Roy, good pickup, bad pickup. What's your thought? Comment below. As well, we always talk, as I said, a little bit about Vegas odds. So Vegas odds, the spread, Miami by 1 point. That's pretty much a coin flip. You look at the money line, Miami minus 115, New England minus 104. Again, coin flip. So really Vegas is saying we really don't know because remember we have Jacoby Brissett at quarterback for the Patriots and we have Tyler Huntley at quarterback for the Dolphins. What in the world is going on? So and you look at the Dolphins, last week they played the Titans, did not look great. Huntley did not look great. So this will be an interesting game. Again, I am optimistic. I think the Patriots can win this game. So if it was me, again, this is not advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I literally teach high school PE and like talking about football and New England Patriots. So, worth trying. New England Patriots, you never know. So total 35.5 with these two offenses. Yeah, that might be too high still. You never know. This was interesting. Patriots betting insights. At home last season, New England Patriots had one win against the spread and was 1-8 overall. That is wild. So, again, I think like Vegas said, I think it could be a coin flip. Who's going to come out and play? And really, when it comes down to it, is what team's offense is really going to be clicking. And so you look at that Miami Dolphins offense, and you have Tyreek Hill, you have Waddle, you have I was going to say two. Yeah, they have weapons, but the thing is, can you use them? Chances are, they have Achane at running back. They're going to load the box. They're going to say Huntley, throw the ball, and we'll see what they do. Again, you're going to expect the Dolphins to be blitzing like crazy, taking some notes from the 49ers, and we'll see how that goes. Again, if the line can be serviceable, I'm beating a dead horse when I say this. If the line can be serviceable, I think the Patriots could show, hey, we can play some football. Again, I'm going to say this as well. Do not be surprised if you see Drake May out there. Again, it's a game where you're playing an opponent that's probably equal, and I'm not going to say Miami's defense is crazy up there. It's not like it's the Jets or the 49ers, and so I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they changed it up. But again, I think that they are really really, I don't want to say dying on this hill, but really putting their foot down, saying Jacoby. And I feel like just watching, you're like, yeah, but he's not the answer. He's not the answer. So I don't know. It is what it is. But comment below. What do you guys think about all of this? As well, get ready for the game tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Before you peace out, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that comment. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk later. Peace.